Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel Aptitude Club. I hope all of you are doing well. Today, in this video, we are going to take up this beautiful question from the concept of averages. Okay? And I'll try and explain you two different methods to solve this. First one will be a proper normal process of solving, and then I'll also tell you a shortcut how do you quickly like deduce the logic of this question and then arrive at the answer as fast as possible. So, as always, I'll request all of you to pause at this moment, try the question yourself first, and then look at the explanation. Do not be like worried if you are not able to find the solution. Okay, while you are solving a question, make it a habit, be it quantitative aptitude or LRDI. Give your 100%. Try and think about the question in as many different possible ways as like you can, because that will only enhance your problem solving ability. Because if you don't like try it yourself and directly always look at the like explanation, maybe you will be clear about the solution of that particular question, but it won't help you think on a new question. So think of all possible different ways, try it out. Even if it's a wrong method, no worries, you are constantly learning in that process. All right, I have pinned the playlist of the previous videos that I have done on the QA booster channel, and you can watch out the previous videos. You'll definitely learn a lot. All important questions has been discussed. I'll keep continuing like this series, and I'll add more videos so that you get more idea about how to approach a question in the exam. All right, so let's get started. So a set of consecutive positive integers beginning with 1 is written on the blackboard. Suppose I'm writing from 1 like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let us say I have written till n. So this sum, there is a formula to this. It is n into n plus 1 by 2. This is how you can calculate the sum. Simple like formula: sum of first n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. So suppose in the blackboard I have written from number 1 till number n. My sum should be n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, this is the required sum. So if this is the sum, then what will be the average? Think about that. What will be my average? Average will be sum of all the terms divided by the number of terms. So n into n plus 1 by 2 divided by n, the average is simply n plus 1 by 2. So what happened is this set of consecutive integers starting from 1, let us say till n were written on the board. So let me write it in this slide: 1, 2, 3, 4, n minus 2, n minus 1, and n. These numbers were written on the board. Now the student came and erased one number. Now which number was erased, we don't know. Okay, the student came and erased one number. Which number was erased, we don't know. Can be any of the numbers. The average of the remaining numbers is 35 whole 7 by 17. So one number is erased. This implies the average of n minus 1 terms, because earlier there were n terms. Now if you have erased one number, there are n minus 1 terms now. So the average of these n minus 1 terms in the question is given as 35 whole 7 by 17. So if I simplify this, 17 5s are 85, carry 8. This is 59 plus 7 by 17. So this basically becomes 602 by. Now we know average is sum divided by number of terms. That is how you calculate average. Average is sum divided by the number of terms. So if this is how the case is, at the end I will reach a fraction like this before arriving at this answer. So there is a possibility that my sum could be 602 and the number of terms 17. But this is not the only possible case. What if the fraction was simplified? Like you have cancelled out the way we cancel and bring a fraction to its simplest form. Numerator, denominator, there were some common factors, you cancelled out and then came at this. This is also a possibility. So if I look at that, so let me write the sum here, and the number of terms is n minus 1. N minus 1, because if one number is erased, there were n minus 1 terms. So what is n minus 1 and then n? So let's see what are the possibilities. So if the sum comes out to be 602, so n minus 1 in that case will be 17. So you got 17 terms after having erased one term. That means the actual number of terms is 18. Now if the actual number of terms is 18, so what is the sum of first 18 natural numbers? It is 18 into 19 by 2. So it is 171. So if I add all 18 numbers, I'll reach 171. So how come I can erase one number and still the sum will be 602? This is not possible. So if this is not the case, I'll go to the second possibility. What can be my second possibility? That the sum is not 602, it is actually 1204 and the total number of terms is 34. Basically multiplied both by 2. So this is also possible. This ratio is same as 602 by 17, and if you convert it to mixed fraction, it will give you this 35 whole 7 by 17 again. So if there are 34 terms in n minus 1, that means n is actually 35. Again, if you apply n into n plus 1 by 2, let us say there were 35 terms on the board initially. So my sum is supposed to be 35 into 36 by 2. So this is 18, 18 5 90, 18 3 54 plus 9 630. Again, not possible. The sum is 630. So sum 630 and you erase one number, then how will you get 1204? Again, not possible. So we'll move to even a higher multiple now. So let's multiply it by 3. So 1806 divided by 51. That means actual number of terms is 52. Again you apply this 52 into 53 divided by 2. So 26 into 3 78 carry 7. So this is 1378. Again not possible. 1378 was the actual sum present. You erase the number. You cannot reach 1806. It will always be lesser. So you see the problem with this method. Like we'll get the answer, but then again trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. It will take you some time. Next, if I multiply it by 4, 68. Actual number of terms is 69. So if I do this 69 into 70 divided by 2, so 35 into 9 is 315. 5 carry 31. 35 into 6, it is 210, 31, 2415. Now this is possible. Like if I have taken 69 numbers, my actual sum was 2415. But after erasing one number, I am left with 68 numbers and my sum is 2408. Hence the number erased, I can get it in this way. It is 2415 minus 2408, that is 7. So in the fourth case I am arriving at my answer. I hope all of you are clear with this logic. Average of the remaining terms after having erased one term, we are left with n minus 1 terms. So average of these n minus 1 terms is 35 whole 7 by 17, which is 602 by 17. So that means if there were 17 terms, n minus 1 is 17, the sum will be 602. That is the first case. So if n minus 1 is 17, n is 18. And then I saw that if I take all 18 numbers starting from 1, the sum is coming as 171. So how come I will erase a number and my sum will be 602? Not possible. Then I multiplied it by 2. 1204 by 34. Again this ratio is 602 by 17. So in that case n minus 1 is 34, n comes as 35. Again I am seeing that 630 are 630 and you erase a number, it cannot be 1204. Then I multiplied it by 3 and then I'm seeing that when I multiply it by 4, when n minus 1 is 68, so n will be 69 and the actual sum is 2415. After you erase a number, it is 2408. This is possible. So when I'm erasing, the sum is reducing. This is possible. So 2408 means what is the number that you would have erased? 2415 minus 2408 is 7. So my answer to this question is actually 7. This is a little lengthy method, but I hope you understood this method. Do not skip some method just because it is lengthy. Try and understand why is it getting lengthy. What is the challenge in the question? Explore always, because that will improve your knowledge, and in the exam you will be able to make a decision. Okay, I should not go by this process. But if you do not know the process, how will you even decide that? That is why explore all possible ways. If something is becoming lengthy, it's fine. You're not giving the exam right now, but you have to develop that judgment. Okay, if I go by this process, I don't know whether it is the fourth multiple or the 10th multiple. What if I had to check it till 10th number? Then that's not possible. It's a waste of time. So how do you solve in that case? That's the second method. So method 2 is actually the shortcut. So if I've written numbers from 1 till n, Let us say the average is supposed to be A, and after erasing, the average, let us say, is A1, which is given as 35 whole 5 by 17. So because I have erased one number, so from denominator, if you look at the denominator from n, it has reduced to n minus 1. So the average will increase a little bit, slightly increase. The average will slightly go up. So that means A1 will be slightly greater than A. Now because 35 whole 5 by 17 is your average, this implies the actual average A must be 35. Most likely it is 35. Okay. This is not exact any formula or something. This is just the understanding of average. Because when I'm calculating average, it is sum divided by the number of terms. So if the number of terms it is reducing by 1, the average will slightly go up. Because in any fraction, if I'm writing A by B, if B reduces, this overall thing will increase. So if the number of terms has gone down by 1, the average will slightly increase. 5 by 17 is that slight increase. That means my average is most likely 35. Think about this. You are taking consecutive natural numbers, and their average is 35. That means this is like the middle term. And because you are starting with 1, there are 34 terms before 35. So that means there must be 34 terms after 35 as well. And from this I can directly get n as 69. So 34 here and 34 after, and this is the middle term. N must be 69. N must be 69 means n minus 1 must be 68. So after erasing you should have 68 terms. So that is when you can understand, okay, I don't need to multiply by 2, then 3, then 4 and check. I know that average given here is 35 whole 5 by 17, which we got as 602 by 17. So basically what I need to do is 602 by 17, this denominator I'll have to make it as 68. So this is 2408, and when you are taking 69 terms, then the sum is 69 into 70 by 2, which is 2415. Hence the number erased 7. 2415 minus 2408. So less calculation. So that answers our question that what if it would have been at the 10th multiple. So you don't need to check every multiple one by one. You can directly reach that multiple. Like here I saw, okay, 68, 17. That means I'll go to the 4th multiple. I don't have to check every multiple. That will directly give you the answer. So if you are erasing one number, the average will slightly go up. So if it is 35 something, most likely the average is 35. So that is the middle term, because you have taken consecutive natural numbers. 34 terms before it, 34 terms after it, total number of terms is 69. And then you can directly calculate. This is method 2. Little less calculation but more understanding. But this is, you have to calculate. So I explained both the methods, and I hope all of you understood both of them. Don't always go for only one method. Understand a question in its entirety. What's the challenge? What's the scope? How many different types of questions can be framed with a similar logic? Try and develop that understanding. Be a thinking person, and you'll see selection of the questions become very easy in the exam. Okay? A very good question from the concept of average, and I hope all of you understood this. So that is it from my end for this video. I hope all of you enjoyed the explanation. Keep solving more and more like this, and if you are new to my channel and you like the explanation of the video, do subscribe to Aptitude Club channel and explore the previous videos that I have done on this. You will definitely find them useful for your CAT preparation. We'll meet again very soon on yet another video. Till then, keep solving, keep studying, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.